right, stand up nice and tall. We're going to start with a nice wide stance. So you can take your feet out to the edge of the mat. Turn your feet out as well. And then waistline in, take a breath. Hands on hips. You're just going to take the legs down. And then we're just going to do a little pulse there. So just warming up through the thighs. Now, if you need to work harder, you go down deeper. If you need a little less work, you come up a little bit higher. We need to make sure that your knee is in line with your foot so that the knee's turned out, the feet are turned out. Okay, and then we're just going to bring ourselves slowly back up to standing. So we're going to come into a curtsey squat this time. So you're going to step left foot behind right. And then we're going to come down and up. So the back foot, the heel is lifted. You're on your toes. You're going to hinge just slightly forward as you do that. Okay, so there's 4. We've got another 4 there. So I want you to breathe deep, taking it down. Last 2. All right, so last one here, but now we're just going to stay down there. So hold it. Now a little pulse. All right, so working a little bit harder there. We've got another 8. And there you go. Push back up slowly. Now we're coming back to our wide stance. So step over the mat. Again, waistline back in. Take a wee moment. Check your posture. Take it back down. Now, you're going to go down a little lower if you can. If it's too much, come up a wee bit higher, but as low as you can. Then you're going to take the knees back. So the knees just flick back, like they're trying to get right behind you. Right, so you're going to feel your thighs. You're going to feel your seat muscle. You can keep your waistline in at the same time. You could go down deeper, work a little harder there. All right, so just keep it going. So just take the knees back, back, back. Still just slightly hinge forward, just for balance. All right, and then slowly come back up. And now you're going to step the other side into our curtsies. So the heel lifts on the back foot. So you're coming down and up, down and up. Waistline needs to stay in. You're going to need that for your balance. All right, so down a little deeper if you want to work a wee bit harder already, but we are just starting, so there's no need to go mad just yet. All right, so hold it down on this one and pulse. So we've got 16 little pulses. There's 4. And there's halfway. Keep it going. Breathe deep, warming up the legs. All right, last 2. And then come back up. Take a breath. All right, back to the wide stance, but now we get a stretch. Take a breath, take the hands down. All right, you can take the feet a little wider if you want, and then try and get down a little lower. So just hold it. Nice deep breath, in through the nose, out through the mouth. So the deeper you breathe, the stronger you're going to be. So keep that in mind. We've got quite a tough routine coming up. So from here, you're going to walk your hands forward. So we're walking forward into a wide press-up position. And then, seeing as we're there, may as well, let's do some press-ups. All right, so take your body as low to the floor as you possibly can. Now, if it's too much with the wide legs, walk them in. If it's still too much, work from knees, okay? Just find your point. Okay, so bring the feet in, take a deep breath, and then you're going to push yourself up into down dog. We're going to lift the right leg and keep it lifted. Extend it up as high as you can, and then you're coming forward for a press up, one-legged, pushing the floor away, coming back up to the one leg down dog. Take a breath and then coming forward again, coming down for your press up, pushing the floor away. One last time, take the leg up, take a breath, and then forward again, down for your press up, and then lower the leg. Take a breath, here we go, other side. So, into your down dog, and then take left leg nice and high, and then we're coming forward for our press up. And again, push it back, extend the leg, and then coming forward. Press up, push the floor. All right, back up. One last time, come forward, press up, feet down, knees down, child's pose. Take a breath, take a moment, whew, And then we're going to come forward into side plank. A little combination there too. So you're going to come forward, hands are under your shoulders. You're going to curl the toes so they're in contact with the mat. You're going to keep the waist in the whole time, and then just hover the knees off the floor. You're going to step one leg back, and then back to center. Step out, step in. As you do it, the knees, they just hover above the floor. Your waistline is in the whole time, so that's going to make you a little bit stronger. Okay, so this time, step in, hold it. So we're going to step back the right leg and then lift it up and then a little pulse. Okay, keep pulsing. And then slowly come back and then step back the left leg, lift and pulse. We're only going 8 little pulses here. Okay, come back, step in, knees down, take a breath, come back down. You can take a child's pose again there. Take a moment, and then we're coming back up to sitting. So from sitting, we're coming onto our side. Side planks. Elbow under shoulder. If you need, lower leg is bent. Alison's going to show us a slightly harder version with the legs stacked. We're going to add twists and dips. Waist is in, lift up. Fingertips to ears, elbows wide, up towards the ceiling, and then rotate down. The elbow is trying to touch the floor, but the hips stay in the same position. So, strength and power. Breathe nice and deep. Keep it going, because we're past halfway on this version, but we've got another one to follow straight on. All right, so one last time. Take the arm out. Now lower the hips, but don't touch the floor and come back up. So down and up. Breathe deeply. Outer waistline. Doing the work. So it's not all about the shoulders. It's the middle. Breathe through it. Past halfway. So hips come down. Lift back up. Breathe deep. We're almost there. Okay, come back down. Take a breath. And then you're going to draw the knees up. We're staying on the forearm, okay? This top leg comes out in front. The hip lifts. The hand reaches right up towards the ceiling. And then the leg just lifts up as high as it can and then back down. So you're lifting and lowering, but keeping the hips high off the floor at the same time. All right, 2 more like this. And then we get to work a little harder again. All right, so come up halfway, hold it. Now point the toe and flex the foot. Point and flex. Keep it slow. Point and flex. You've got 1 more. Hold it. Now take it all the way up. And then all the way back down. Bring the leg round. And now we come into a little mermaid. So, front leg, 90 degrees. Straight line with the back leg, foot in line with hip, waist in, hand on the mat if you need it, or hands on your legs. Lift that leg up, and then just tiny little pulse up and down. You need to breathe deeply through that. If you can, you just sit a little bit taller, so head up towards the ceiling rather than towards the wall. Up and down, breathing deep. Now lengthen the leg and roll the hip. Knees trying to point towards the floor, so you're feeling it all in here. All right, so you lengthen the leg away. Keep it going. Breathe nice and deep. Tightening and toning every time. Keep rolling that hip. Keep thinking here. Breathe through it. And then you're going to let that leg come back down to the mat. It's a little bit bent still. And then from here, hands on the floor, arm is straight. Just lift the hips. And have a nice wee stretch. So just take a breath, enjoy the stretch. And then we're coming back down to the mat where we get to do all that again on the other side. All right, so Alison will show us the harder version at the side plank, working with the feet stacked, Margot and I will just go with the normal. Pull the waist in, take a deep breath, not the shoulders, works in the center, hips up and hold. Fingertips to ears, elbow to the ceiling, take it down and up and down. Breathe through it. Okay, so we've only got 30 seconds. If the twist just throws your balance too much, don't do it. Just hold regular side plank. That's hard enough work in itself. All right, so last one. Arm out, hips down, back up, down and up. Breathing deep, shoulders relaxed, waistline getting the work. You are halfway. So you're just trying to take the hips up and down. So you're working the waistline harder and harder all the time right now. All right, focus on the breathing. You've just got 2 left. There's 1, there's 2. Calm down, take a breath. Oh my goodness. All right, we're in Mermaid. Hand on the mat. Oh no, change of plan. We are bringing the legs together. Staying on the forearm. Leg comes out in front, waistline in, lift the hips, and we've got the leg raise. Trying to take the foot right up towards the ceiling. Breathe deeply, you've got 2 left. All right, waistline stays in. 1 last time, but halfway. Point and flex, and point, flex. Keep it going. Another 2. Last one, flex, lift, and lower all the way down. And then lengthen the leg away, front leg is in 90 degrees, back leg is straight, foot in line with your hip, hand on the mat, or maybe at balance, you roll the hip, lift the leg, little pulse, up and down. Breathe deep. All right, 45 seconds here. So hip is rolling, knee points towards the floor. Lengthen the leg as you do it. The more you lengthen, the more you feel. So you're going to feel the outer thigh. You're going to feel that all the way around the outer waist, side of the seat. Breathe deep. Now roll that leg again. Trying to point the knee towards the floor as you do that. All right, so lifting, lowering. 15 seconds to go. Keep the middle in, nice and tight. Try and lengthen, maybe just a little more up through the spine there. Keep going. 5 seconds, and then we get our gorgeous mermaid stretch. All right, leg comes down, it bends, and then lift up, reach over, reach into the fingertips, breathing nice and deep. Okay, and then just slowly come back down, take a breath. All right, so now we're gonna come and be cross legs. Take a breath. Your right arm is coming to the left leg. Place the left hand on the floor. Nice retwist. Breathe deep. And then come back to center. Other side. You'll twist around. Focus on the breathing. Enjoy the twist. Always enjoy your stretches. Come back, lengthen the legs, lengthen up the spine, and just come down towards your legs. Breathe deeply. All right, just slowly come back up, lengthen out, take a breath. Well done you.